Dappet Foo with calls, and we're talking to Stuart. Stuart's in Winsford. Are you there, Stuart? Dinky-Doo.
Hi, Scottie, are you okay?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm fine. I've just been to a music show with
Yes.
my music teacher, Stephen, and two of my friends, and we've just enjoyed ourselves well much.
Fantastic. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And you'll be enjoying yourself a lot more now for 3 hours.
I know, Scottie, I listen to you every night, and the point about Remembrance Day,
Yes.
I did it today at work in Winsford, and
Right.
with a siren going off, and I think everybody, even in the new century coming up, the new millennium, you should carry on doing it, you should carry on doing it forever, and you shouldn't forget remembering, because they died for us, and we should remember them the best possible way we can, and 2 minutes out of a whole year is absolutely nothing. Think of how many minutes in a year. 2 minutes out of your life for them soldiers who died for us is nothing.
That's a very fair point, actually. All right, Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo, Scottie.
Hey, Dinky-Doo, buddy. Enjoy the rest of the show. Right, Lee from Rugby. Are you there, Lee?
Hello, Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo, Lee. How are we?
I'm fine, thank you, and you?
Yes, thank you.
Right, just about this remembrance.
Yes.
I think everybody should remember to remember how bad war is.
Right.
2 minutes every year, just to remember how bad war can be.
Right, so what you're saying is, you know, as with the new millennium, we should still carry on with remembrance.
Yeah, should carry on with remembrance in a view for everybody to remember how bad wars can be and for a future of hopeful peace throughout.
But do you not think that we in the West realise there is no point to war?
Well, we probably do, but at the end of the day, it raises its ugly head all over the place, doesn't it?
Yes, it beats me why it does. I've never actually understood the point of war at all. The First World War was, a complete waste of time.
Well, and life.
And a complete waste of life. A complete waste of almost a third of a generation.
Aye.
There was no point to the First World War and very little point to the second one.
Yeah, well, there's very little point to any war, I'd have thought, apart from a monetary gain for different countries. I mean, it raises its ugly head through either religion or through greed, doesn't it?
Yes.
But,
Right, so what you're saying is religion's actually not a good thing.
Well, no, I think religion's a good thing as long as it doesn't cross its boundaries and affect other people's lives.
Do you think if we got rid of religion, we'd get rid of war?
No.
No?
I certainly don't think so, no. Because between religion and greed, between monetary purposes from different countries or different people, there's still going to be a difference of interest, isn't there?
What if we got rid of greed?
Well, if you got rid of greed and religion, then there'd be always something else that would probably crop up to cause conflict between
Any suggestions as to what that might be?
Difference of opinion, usually.
But we have a difference of opinion on here every night. That's not a war.
Oh, no.
And we don't talk either religion or greed.
Oh, no. But obviously, people still have to have their differences of opinion, don't they?
Absolutely. Hey, absolutely. Dinky-Doo.
Hey, Dinky-Doo, it's a great show anyway. I listen to you every night.
You're enjoying it?
Yeah, is there any chance of a car sticker for me truck?
Yeah, of course there is, actually. If you can get near a Century reception, or if you can just pop us an envelope in, we'll pop you one out in the post.
Okay, then.
You know, with your address on it and what have you.
Righty-ho, then.
All right.
Well, thanks very much for talking to me.
Hey, a pleasure. Dinky-Doo. Have a good night. And safe trucking, I say. Right, we've got Malcolm, who's on the M6. Dinky-Doo, Malcolm.
Dinky-Doo, Scottie. It's, I've just come off the M6 again, junction 16.
Excellent.
Right. Coming out, I don't know about women drives, but...
I feel you should come off at a junction because it saves tumbling down the embankment.
Oh, it does. But I was on to you the other night about women drives, but in between, you never let me finish.
No.
You never let me tell you how much you enjoy your show.
All right.
I listen to, I don't listen to it as much at home because I can't get you very well on me hi-fi at home.
Right.
But I always listen to you when I'm working late from work. I always listen to you on the way home.
Excellent.
And I do enjoy your show.
You enjoy the chit-chat, don't you?
Oh, yeah, but I enjoy listening to you, and I enjoy some of the arguments that do come up.
Oh, we have some very good discussions.
Yeah, and I enjoy you putting them in the place as well.
We have to put them in their place, actually.
Oh, you do.
Only thing to do, Malcolm, you can't allow these people to walk the street in blissful ignorance, you know.
Oh, true. I agree.
Hey.
I work like I'm on the road at 7 in the morning and just going home to work, going home from work now.
Go and get your feet up, old son.
Pardon?
Go and get your feet up.
And get me dinner.
Get your dinner, that's it. Have you got her indoors doing your dinner?
Yes, I have. It's right ready for me, waiting.
Quite right, that's what we want, Malcolm. Well done.
Okay, Scotty, Dinky-Doo.
Hey, God bless, mate, and Dinky-Doo.
Bye.
Bye now. Right, Ian from Timperley. Hello, Ian.
Hello, Scotty.
Hiya, mate.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. Just two things. Well, the first one is about your CD.
Yes.
Has it got the Scottie Megamix on?
No.
Oh, so where do we get that one from?
No, you can't. You can't buy the Megamix. The Megamix was made for me as a favour by my buddy.
All right. Will you play it for us?
Yeah, I might do.
Okay. And
Later on.
yeah. And the second.
Because I can only play it once a night, you see.
All right. And the second thing is about Remembrance Sunday.
Yes.
I think that we should keep it because of all the men who fought in the First World War. They should be remembered because they fought for this country.
Well, they didn't really. They just went and fought.
Well.
The First World War wasn't really about this country. It was just about warmongering.
Well, the Second World War was about stopping Hitler from creating like a superhuman race, and
But I don't think there was any chance of Hitler creating a superhuman race anyway.
He wanted to eradicate the world of the Jews, and you hear about how he tortured them and killed them and mass murdered them.
Yes, he did that.
Yeah, so if we didn't stop him, then he might have got rid of other nations and other races, and then ended up with just one race around.
But he ended up stopping himself, really.
Yeah, because he committed suicide.
He did.
Yes.
He wasn't a well man, you know, Hitler.
I know, he was a bit la-la in
You know, his brother had a restaurant in Dale Street in Liverpool.
Did he?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
The Hitler's, yeah. Hitler's restaurant. He used to come over and work in it. So there you are. How's that for a bit of news?
Yeah, Hitler has got relations in Liverpool.
And remember, you heard it here first. So there you go.
Okay.
Hey, Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo to you. Nick from West Bridgefords. Are you there, Nick? Hello, Nick? Oh, that's not Nick. Sorry. Is it? Is that you there? Is that you now, Nick?
You alright?
Yeah. How are you doing, mate?
How you doing?
Yes.
Not bad. It's just your thing about Remembrance Sunday.
Yes.
I think we've got to keep it, mate. We've seriously got to keep it.
Now, why?
Well, it's not just for the people from the First and Second World Wars. You've got to think about people from the Gulf War. You've got to think about the Falklands War. It's forever going on.
But doesn't that make a bit of a mockery of remembrance if we keep having wars?
Well, you know, things have got to be sorted out. I mean, people do step out of line. You've got your people in Bosnia who really did step out of line and made people's lives hell. So, you know, you know, at the end of the day, things have got to be done.
Right. So you're never going to stop war?
I don't really think so. I think it'll always be, you know, it's human nature to fight, and it's always going to be there.
But why is it human nature to fight?
Well, I mean, you know, you've got something that belongs to you, and you've got somebody there that wants to take it away from you. You're not going to stand there and say, all right, then take it.
Yeah, but I mean, why does somebody want to take it away from you?
It's greed, isn't it? It all boils down to greed.
What, do you mean having it in the first place or taking it away?
Sorry?
Having it in the first place or taking it away?
Either way, it works both ways, doesn't it, really?
So if we could stop greed, we'd stop war.
Exactly, yeah. I think if everybody, if every man was equal and everybody had exactly what everybody else had got, it'd make the world a fairer place. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen that way.
Yeah, but if every man was equal, we'd have no leaders, would we?
Exactly. So it'd be a lot better place to live.
Right. So in other words, you think a world without leaders would be an improvement?
Oh, damn right. Yeah, damn right.
Hey, a very interesting theory.
Oh, yes.
Very interesting theory, yes. Hey, I'll have to talk more about that at some point. Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo, there you are. Do you think we could have a world without leaders? Tracy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo, love.
Could I possibly pass a message on to somebody very special who's listening, please? I know you don't normally do this, but...
We don't, love. It's not really what the radio station's for, passing secret messages.
I know, but I couldn't get through on Rob Charles, and it's really important.
All right, well, first names only.
Yeah, I know, I'll only say first names. Okay. Hi, Keith. It was so good to speak to you earlier. I am sorry, and in future you will hear things from me first. And as far as what anybody's saying, it's not true. We'll show them love. I love you to bits and always will. You mean the world to me, boy. And we'll be here for you for always. One day our dream will come true and we'll start our lives together. And that day I will hold you so tight and never let go. I can't wait to be your wife. I'll be there tomorrow for you, just like I said. I'll always stand by you for always, for the rest of my life. My last with you and you only. Try and keep your chin up, love. I'll be there for you and always will be. Love you to bits. Missing you so much, Keith. Just remember, love, I'm your young and bonny lass. And always will be. We need to be strong.
Hello? You there, love? Hello? Oh, dear. Right, we didn't get to hear the end of that. Anyway, not to worry, perhaps she'll ring back. John from Crewe, Dinky-Doo, John.
Dinky-Doo, mate. How are you?
How are you, chum?
On the subject of wars, mate, if we all just smoked pot, we could all get along and we could all just have reefer together and then there'd be no need for wars, mate.
Hey, no, but we'd all end up doing nothing like you and we'd be a pothead. And
that's all right, mate.
As daft as a brush. Right, Stephen from Withington. Dinky-Doo, Steve.
Dinky-Doo, Scotty. I must admit that when I was in the office where I do voluntary work today, the fire alarm went off at 11 and I just sat peacefully at my desk and the phone didn't go. And I was able...
The fire alarm went off during the 2-minute silence?
No, it went off to let us know when it was going to start.
Oh, I see. Right,
and
right.
when it terminated.
Yeah.
We were told that if we wanted to observe the silence, we could do. I think we need to keep it, the service. You know Lawrence Binion's poem, They Shall Not Grow Old?
Yes.
I'm sure you know the poem.
I do indeed.
It's a very beautiful...
I have said it on many an occasion.
Yes, indeed, I have too. And indeed, when I was in Australia, in all the Return Service League clubs, as you know, it is said at least once a night.
Right.
I think one of the things we've got to learn is to try to remember not to have wars, but I don't think we've done particularly well over the years.
We've got an appalling record.
We've had Bosnia, we've had this business bombing Serbia and so on, and a lot of people have died. And I'm not surprised when other planets take a look at us and find how uncivilized we are, because I think we really are. But having said that, a remembrance service is moving. I've been to a cenotaph. I've laid wreaths at one for the old wartime crews of the HMS Manchester, and I must admit I was very proud and honoured to do it. Now, I think we've got to keep it, and hopefully one day we will learn not to fight each other.
Yes.
It's just my views.
How would we learn that then? Education?
Well...
Men shall, beat their swords to plowshares and their spears to pruning hooks.
Yeah, but the problem is, you got the arms industry. They want to sell arms to people to kill each other.
But what if nobody bought them?
Well, you'd have no arms industry, which would be good.
If you just said, well, we're not interested in arms.
We
said, well, we've got a whole warehouse full of them. We said, well, we're not interested.
We won't buy them. We don't want your fighter aircraft. We don't want your ships. We don't want your...
yeah, but then you see, you've got to find other jobs because, as you know, the Northwest is heavily dependent on
armaments.
Armaments, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've got
always has been.
We've got our factories up here. I'll give you that. But it would be nice if we could live a peaceful life. A cynic would say that a war is a way of regulating the population. I suppose.
What do you think of the theory that to keep peace you need to be prepared for war?
Yes, I think you do, but if you remember, after the end of the Second World War, where Russia had been our ally, within a couple of years we were having the Berlin airlift.
Yeah, but I think that's because Churchill, God bless him, pushed into Europe not to stop Hitler, because Hitler was already virtually a spent force, but to stop Russia.
Yes,
and Russia got as far as East Berlin.
But then, of course, shall we say, discord appeared between the former allies, and Russia shut the road and rail links down. I'm not saying why or who was right or who was wrong.
Yeah, but what's interesting is that's the politicians.
Oh, yes. I mean, I believe war is caused by politicians.
Well, in that case, the politicians should get on with it, and the people say, well, not getting involved with that. You know, just because you're having a career crisis.
You guys want to go and shoot each other, do it. You're politicians, fine, go ahead and do it. We won't go. And it's interesting to think that a lot of guys who were conscientious objectors and would not kill people, they went as stretcher bearers.
That's true, and drove ambulances.
And they went into some very, very dangerous places.
But why in this country do we not like conscientious objectors?
Well,
surely we should be applauding them and saying, these people are thinkers, these people are wonderful.
I have great respect for conscientious objectors who say, I will not kill people, but I'll go as a stretcher bearer.
Yes, absolutely.
Because, you've no armaments, you're under fire, you're carrying a wounded person. I mean, you're sticking out like a sore thumb, aren't you?
Absolutely. Hey, Steve, I'm going to move on. A joy to speak to you as ever.
Well, dinky-doo, old friend.
Dinky-doo, and God bless, and have a good weekend.
Ta-da.
Ta-da now. Now, Elizabeth from Brotherton, dinky-doo.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. I say, are you not mistaken in calling this year the last year of the millennium?
The what, darling?
I say, amongst the many people, you're saying that this year is the last year of the millennium.
It is, love. Has that escaped you?
The last year of the millennium only starts in the year 2000. 2001 is the beginning of the next.
No, the start of the year 2000, love. Once the clock flips over to 2, that's the start of the new millennium.
It isn't.
No, definitely.
It's the end of the present millennium.
I don't know who's filled your head with that rubbish.
Pardon?
I don't know who's filled your head with that rubbish.
It's not the beginning of the new millennium until the year 2001.
Oh, somebody's been filling your head with nonsense.
Well, I beg to differ. Just check it out.
Well, you think about this, right?
You think about it.
Just a minute. You think about it. You've got the year 1999, right?
Yes.
And it starts now. Just a minute.
The next year is
hang on.
the end of the new millennium.
Oi, one singer, one song. You've got to have a bit of respect here, love.
I beg your pardon?
Got to have a bit of respect instead of just shouting away at me. Right?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Will you explain it to me?
Right,
then?
well, I'll explain it to you, love, but you'll have to keep quiet for just a minute if that's possible. Right, the thing is, the year 1999, right? And then it started, on the 1st of January, 1999. Now, as soon as that year finishes, that is the end of the old millennium and the start of the new one.
I beg to differ.
Well, you can beg all you like, lovey, but it won't make any sense.
The end of the millennium is the end of 2000.
That's the end of the new millennium. The end of the old millennium.
It's not. The end of 2000 is the end of the old millennium.
Right, so January 2001 is the start of the new one.
That's right.
So have we got everything all to, have we made a bit of a mess?
Yes.
Right, so shall we change it?
No, you can't change it.
Of course you can.
A lot of people think it's the beginning of the new millennium next year, but it isn't.
Right, well, I'll have to change Scottie McClue's Hogmanay Millennium Bash then.
No, it isn't. If you think about it, a baby born in the year in the first year, it's not one until the end of that year.
Yeah, but that's it. One. We're talking about the start of the millennium.
It's not. It's not the start of the new millennium in 2000.
Of course it is.
It's the end of the present millennium.
Well, so 1000 was the end of the end of 1000's the end of a millennium. Oh, I see what you mean, but that's different from being the end of the year 2000.
Yeah, well, that's what I say.
But the new century,
this is the last year for the celebration.
Yeah, but hold on, Levy. The new century, right, starts on the last day of the last year of the old century. So the new century starts in the year 2000, January the 1st. Do you see what I mean? You're thinking we've actually had the year 2000 when we haven't.
Yes, but the new millennium, the millennium only finishes at the end of 2000.
Well, the millennium might.
Fun?
The millennium might. But you see, if you take it as 2000 AD, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's 2000 years after Christ. Now, you mean that's not 2000 years until the end of the 2000?
Yes.
Yes, I see where you're coming from, but it's still the end of the century, isn't it?
It's the end of the century, but not the end of the millennium.
Okay, so hang on a minute. Let me get this down. End of century, but not end of millennium. Okay. So what I want you to do is phone me up, right?
Yeah.
In 2999, and we'll see how we're getting on then.
Those kind of adults will be here then, will we?
Of course we will.
Eh?
Scottie McClue's phone-in goes on forever.
Anyway, it's not the end of the millennium until the end of the year 2000.
Right, so we shouldn't be having millennium celebrations for another year.
No, we shouldn't.
All right, love, I'll take you what...
if people want to celebrate the end of the century, all right.
Right, so
it's not the end of the millennium until the end of the year. Next year is only the beginning of the last year of the millennium.
Oh, I see. Well, why have they organised it all for this year then? Because it's not like this country to be a year early with everything.
We are a year early with celebration.
Well, we should all have a year off then.
I mean, if we want to celebrate the end of the beginning of the last year of the millennium, all well and good.
So why do you think they've done it then?
Pardon?
Who's made the mistake?
I don't know. A lot of people are under the impression that it's the beginning of a new millennium, 2000.
So does that mean that the millennium bug won't come in till next year?
No, that's where it is. It's with all this computerization that's going to make it difficult with the treble O. It's certainly because it's the treble O business.
So it should be called the new century bug.
Well, it's the beginning, but it's not the end of the millennium.
Right, so, well, that's what's happened then. The millennium celebrations are to mark the start of the new millennium. This is the start of the millennium.
Yes, but it's not...
It's not the first full year of it, but it's the start of it. Are you with me?
No, I'm not.
You're causing no end of confusion. This is marking...
The end of the millennium is only at the end of 2001.
Yeah, but that's
at
only...
the end of 2000.
Yeah, but that's only a year away, so we're marking the start of the millennium year.
We're a year away.
We're not celebrating the end of the millennium. We're celebrating the start of the new one.
It's not the start of the new...
Of course it is.
It's not the start of the new one next year.
It's the start of the last year.
The start of the new one is in 2001.
Yeah, but it's the start of the last year of the old one, which is marking the millennium.
Oh, well, if you want to put it that way.
Of course I do.
You were saying, you said it was the last opportunity to remember the ones,
of the century.
It's the last year, the beginning of the... of the beginning of the end of the millennium.
I'm going to have to go and have a word with the studio nurse, love. You've confused me now.
I'm very glad I am confusing you.
I think you're just. I think you were put on the earth to confuse people.
You what?
I think you were put on the earth to confuse people. I'm going to call you Confucius.
That's a nice name, isn't it? No, but the millennium doesn't end until the end of the year 2000.
No, but the start of the end of the millennium is in January.
It isn't.
Yes.
The start of the new millennium is 2001.
Yes, that's the new millennium, but the start of the end of the old one. Right, this is millennium year.
Well, it's not the end of the millennium, but you said it was the last opportunity to celebrate the Remembrance Day.
Well, that's right.
This millennium, it's not.
The next millennium, the next Remembrance Day will be in the year 2000.
Yes, but that'll be the last time to recognise it.
So
millennium.
Should we make next year the last one then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me this, lovey. What age are you?
21 plus VAT.
21 plus VAT.
Yeah.
And how long have you been confusing people on the radio?
Well, think about a baby born. It's not long until the end of its first year, is it?
That's true.
Well, the same principle of
No, it's not
applies.
because by the end of its first year, the millennium will be 1 year old.
It won't.
So that will be the start of year 2 of the millennium.
Well, it won't.
Yes.
That's away with you.
Yes.
That's away with you.
Yes, I'm going to see if I can enlist your services, as a lawyer.
I'm far from that.
You're very good.
I do know that the millennium doesn't end until the end of the year 2000.
Well, I'm going to take your word for it and put it out to the nation, love. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah,
Dinky-Doo.
very nice. When will you do that?
And I'm doing it now. I've done it. This radio's instant, you see. I'm in touch with the nation.
My name's not going out now, is it?
No, your name's not going out. Nobody's got a clue who you are, love, including yourself. You don't have to worry about that.
Anyway, I still insist, and I still know that this millennium doesn't finish until the end of the year 2000.
All right, love.
The new millennium starts in the year 2001.
All right, love. Hey, Dinky-Doo.
Hey?
Dinky-Doo.
All right.
All right, lovey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Right, now, if that lady was a fella patient with anybody, do give us a call and let's chat.
Scottie McClue's late night phone-in.
Have you phoned yet?
Dinky-Doo.